I know what it feels like to pile on makeup just to feel normal, to avoid mirrors, to cancel plans because your skin's acting up. But skincare isn't just about products and peels, it's about how you feel in your skin. In today's episode, we're talking about the emotional weight of skin struggles, why so many of us hide behind foundation and filters, and what it really looks like to start healing from the inside out. Because yes, peels help, regimens help, but the biggest transformation, that's when you finally feel confident being seen.
All right, we have something new that we are prepared to launch here. So let's talk about our brand new vitamin C product.
Yes, so we have a Secret Agent 6.
I love that.
Which we came out with this cute little name because, you know, she's a secret agent. She's protecting you. She's watching you wherever you go, making sure you're safe when you're out there in the elements.
That's right.
And she was named Secret Agent 6 because we had 6 antioxidants in there, you know.
Sure.
Actually, there's more because after we named it, 2 more were added. But that's okay. I still like Secret Agent 6 better than Secret Agent 8 because that one, I don't know.
It didn't have a nice ring
to it. We've got
as much
007.
as...
You know, we're just going to keep this to Secret Agent 6.
Well, that's true platinum way anyway. We always try to have the most action-packed ingredients. So adding a little bit more is just typical.
Exactly. And now, you know, so what's an antioxidant, right? Now, we've talked about antioxidants in the past, and to make it as easy and simple as I can, let's just think of the fact that we have a cell. Let's make it so simple. And there's little pairs of electrons in here.
Okay.
And when the sun hits your skin or, you know, pollution, a whole bunch of like different things, just being alive creates problems with our cells.
Yes.
But what happens is, let's say one of these little electrons comes off and it's floating around, and now it's called a free radical. Like it's a very big problem. It's going to like damage another set of cells and make those uneven, and this one's uneven. And all these things start cascading, and you have like damaged cells that are replicating. So that's how we end up with things like marks and bumps and skin cancer, all kinds of weird things, right? So the goal is to fix those before that gets out of control. So what an antioxidant does is an antioxidant you apply to your skin every day. Morning is best generally because that's kind of when you're going out and hitting all these elements, right?
Yeah.
So when you put that on your skin, what it does is it finds this free radical and it donates a part of itself to like calm that and make that balanced and even again.
Got it.
So now that cell is normal.
Interesting.
And it can keep replicating and we don't have any problems. So it's like, it's imperative that we have antioxidants. And there are a lot of antioxidants, like vitamin A is an antioxidant, vitamin E, vitamin C.
Got it.
There are tons of antioxidants. So what we did was we picked 6, now 8 great ones.
Right.
So let's talk a little bit. I'm just going to kind of like list them off here.
Let's talk about what makes this so great.
Yeah, because like we had a wonderful vitamin C product before.
We did.
We had our High Octane C. And what was in there was 3 versions of vitamin C. So we had THDA, which is an oil-soluble version. We had AAP, which is water-soluble. And then we had L-Ascorbic, which is also water-soluble. And it's that L-Ascorbic that always causes troubles. So L-Ascorbic is quick to turn. It's very stingy. It's like an acid form. So it can be really irritating for your skin.
Yeah.
So when we redid this, we got rid of the L-Ascorbic.
Got it.
So this will no longer have any kind of stinging or anything like that.
So the irritation factor
is 0.
Oh, amazing.
0. So like that also saves us from, you know, worrying about, well, I can't put an acid on like after a chemical peel or something. Like this is gentle enough where, let's say if you did a chemical peel and you wanted to apply like that first, after you rinse your peel, it's like that magical time where you can put things on.
Where your
you
skin's
could
nice.
put this on. This is not going to harm your skin. It's not going to feel irritated in any way. It's just like wonderful healing benefits for your skin. So this no longer has any irritation. Like you could put this on anybody. It doesn't matter how sensitive their skin is. They're not going to run into issues. So what is in here is predominantly the THDA.
Okay.
Let's see if I can pronounce it. Tetrahedral decyl ascorbyl phosphate. No. No, that's not it. I want to say it. Tetrahydrodecyl-ascorbate. That's it. I always want to add in like a phosphate. Okay, so that's what it is. Now that's the oil soluble. Okay. That's the bulk of this formulation.
Got it.
So oil soluble versions like penetrate into your cells really, really well. Very easy. It's like such a wonderful form. That's what we had it in our previous one.
Sure.
But that's going to make up the bulk of this one. And then, of course, we have the AAP in here again. And then we have added in a newer form, this is from like Lucas Meyer, who we use a lot of their actives, and it is called Super Ox C. And what that is it comes from the cacao plum. Hope I'm not mispronouncing that. But that has been found to be one of the most powerful forms of vitamin C out there. So it's like, there's different ways you can get vitamin C. That is like one of the most powerful forms of that. So that is in here, and I'm super excited about that one.
Absolutely.
So, we just think of the plum, and that's what it says, right in the front. That's one of the main ingredients, listed here. And so this is going to have all three of those forms of vitamin C. And then, of course, there are more. So besides those, we have ferulic acid, of which a lot of people are very interested in. And what ferulic does, it's also an antioxidant, but it has the benefit of making your vitamin C last longer.
Okay.
So, 'cause every active can lose benefits after time, and vitamin C is one that loses its more quickly.
Has a quicker shelf life.
Shelf life.
Got it.
Yeah. So by adding ferulic acid into the vitamin C, I think it's doubling the time frame that you can use this. Now this formula right here, this is good for at least 2 years. Like there's no issue, and it's not just from the ferulic acid. It's just the stability of the ingredients itself. So this is good on your shelf for a minimum of 2 years.
Well, that's right there is one improvement.
Yeah, because
our previous formulation was only good
L-Ascorbic
for
is 1 year.
Yeah.
And even that was long.
Yeah.
Because most versions of L-Ascorbic that are water-based, you're looking at maybe 6 months, and then they start to turn. So what else we have in here is green tea, of course. That's always one of the best antioxidants. And we have resveratrol, which we have that in a couple of other products too. It's in our Fade Bright.
Yes.
That is another antioxidant, super good for your skin.
Does it have lightening properties?
Brightening, because we have it in our Fade Bright.
Right.
Yeah, it's known to brighten and even the skin tone. Cool. And then the surprise ones that were snuck in at the end are ubiquinone, which is really like CoQ10, which is another very powerful antioxidant. And then, of course, vitamin E, which is just a natural antioxidant. So those are all in there. So instead of just being like only vitamin C focused, now we've like rounded this out. We have a whole plethora of antioxidants in there. So this is going to work wonderful for your morning skincare needs, and I think absolutely anybody can use this. Doesn't matter your skin tone.
Good for all skin types. That was my next question.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you are sensitive or have rosacea.
That was going to be my next question.
That's the thing. Like, for rosacea, because vitamin C is very beneficial for rosacea, kind of helps to like calm the redness.
Yes.
And we've always talked about this. But so this would be even less irritating than the L-Ascorbic, of course. So
that's exciting.
Calming, good for all skin types. Doesn't matter how sensitive you are. Doesn't matter if you have acne or anything like that. It's good for everyone.
So best to use this in your morning regimen for sure.
Yeah, generally. Some people will like to put it on at night, and that's okay, because their big concern with this faction of thought is that, well, if I'm putting it on during the day, the sunlight's going to be like damaging it. Yeah, a little bit, but that's where your skin is being protected the most.
Got it.
So, you put it on before you're headed outside. It's probably on your skin a half hour. It's in there, it's deep, it's penetrating, it's working now. So when you go outside and things start hitting your face and starting to try to damage your cells, it's there and it's ready to work. No, I don't have any problem with somebody putting this on at night. If that's the way it has to work into your regimen for whatever reason, that's okay.
The one thing you would want to avoid using is copper peptides, correct?
Generally
with any
speaking.
Vitamin C.
Generally speaking, yeah. And that's just something that Dr. Bacart had always thought, that something in them, And he never said which one kind of
Right.
causes the problem, like whether it's vitamin C causing the problem for copper or copper causing the problem for vitamin C,
Correct.
but it
Something
inactivated
cancels
them a little
something.
bit.
Yeah.
So he always suggested to put them on at least, 8 hours apart. So
Yeah.
one in the morning, one at night. I find it's easiest to, like, you think of vitamin C, yellow, sunshine, put that on during the day.
Agreed.
Copper is blue, nighttime, put that on at nighttime. And I
makes
think
sense.
that works best for most people. Yeah, I wouldn't put them on together.
What if I get the question, can I use it morning and night?
I'll be honest, I love this product so much. I've done that many nights. I love how it feels. Oh, it's like so soft and moisturizing and wonderful. I'll put a squirt on at night. Not every night,
Right.
but every day, no matter what, I don't miss this stuff. But at night, I've put it on at night too. It's not going to harm anything.
So you say it feels nice and moisturizing on the skin.
Yes.
So if
see
you
if I
have
can
oily
prime
skin,
this.
would you still apply a moisturizer over top? Or could this potentially, for somebody
It
with combination
could.
oily skin, could it
Well, that's
substitute
me,
for that?
right? That's me. That's my skin. So
Yeah.
I am acne prone, oily, like, and this is like a creamy serum. It's not a cream because you see, like, it comes out, it's white, but that's because it's an emulsion. It has to be that way.
Yeah.
But really, it's going to smooth on here just like a serum. And it's just, you can feel the moisturizing properties to it. I don't generally add in any extra creams.
Okay.
That's my skin type. I think if you are really dry, of course, if you're normal and you're using, let's say, GABA or Dermasnap
Yeah.
or something, then you would put that on for sure. Like, you would start off, and if you're going to put your serums on, so let's just like talk about order of operation here.
Yeah,
You always want to
absolutely.
put your serums first. Now, this is technically a serum, even though, like, if you look, like, it looks white. It is
Correct.
still a serum. It's a creamy serum, and it
Very
liquefies
light.
like instantly. So the only thing that you would put on prior to that, maybe like a clear serum, like an acid base or an alcohol serum, maybe like
Okay.
serum 15, serum 30. That will go on first, right?
Got it.
Then next is Fade Bright, if you use that, because that also has some acids in it.
Got
It
it.
also has a little bit of alcohol, so we like to put that one on first. After that, then any other serums can go
Sure.
on, whether they're clear or creamy.
Potions,
It
Regenerate.
doesn't matter. Put those all on. And then if you're someone that is a drier skin type, of course, put your moisturizer on.
Got it.
If you are really dry, obviously oils would go next, and then your SPF. And I do want to stress, like, there's no need to wait in between these layers,
Right.
right? Apply, 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 apply.
Yes.
Everything goes on beautifully that way. I feel like if you wait too long, that's when people have problems by the time they get to their SPF and they've waited and they're like,
Sure.
it doesn't go on nice. I'm like, oh gosh, mine always goes on wonderful. But I put it on
Yeah.
while my skin is still, I can still feel the creamy layer before it, and then I put it on and everything just blends and goes really far and it looks like great.
Right. Now,
This is so moisturizing.
if a customer wanted to mix, say, their potions with that, like Dr. Platinum potions, Regenerate.
Mix it into this
No,
bottle.
like how we always
Mix
do a
them in your
little,
hand.
Yeah, mix them in your hand. Like if you do a pump
Yeah.
of Regenerate, a pump of Secret
That's what I do.
Agent, a pump of your Dr. Platinum potion. So there's no contraindications
Nope.
by doing that. So basically, it's a very universal product that I feel like it should be in everyone's regimen.
It should be in everyone's regimen. There are a couple of key things that you need, and I know we talk about that all the time. You need exfoliation, right? So you need to use like something like an acid cleanser every single day.
Yes.
You need an antioxidant. You also need, which we'll have very soon, a DNA repair
Yes.
enzyme.
That one.
That'll be
can't Wait
next.
for that one. Yes.
That'll be next. I apply that every day with this one. Then, of course, a moisturizer. If your skin is drier, you need SPF. And at night, you need a retinoid. If you're using all these, your skin is going to be beautiful and healthy, and you're going to prevent damages. Like, this is about prevention. Antioxidants are prevention. DNA repair enzymes are prevention. Now, yes, these can also help other things, though. I do want to mention, vitamin C is well known and well studied for stimulating collagen in the skin. So, yeah, this is super anti-aging while it's preventing damages. Yes.
Acne-prone skin.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. Nothing that we make is comedogenic. That doesn't mean that somebody can't have a problem with a specific ingredient.
Of course.
Anybody can have a problem with a specific ingredient, but like nothing that we're making is like something that's really high in the comedogenicity rating. Or sometimes maybe there is one ingredient in there, but it's in like a very low percentage. It's there for a particular reason to like make 2 or 3 ingredients meld together. It has to be there. That doesn't mean it's going to cause acne. It's just you wouldn't want a product that had several of those things in there. Generally speaking, you know, if you need to control your acne, this is a perfect part of that regimen.
Okay, good.
But, you know, just make sure that you're using the products geared for your skin type, like the AB cleanser. I would put vitamin B on with that. That's me, right? I'm acne prone. So I do, I wash my face. I usually do my regenerate. And I do a pump of this, and I do a pump of the DNA, and a little bit of vitamin B, and I mix that together, and I put that on my face. And then I grab my SPF, and I put that on, because I really don't, I have oily skin, so I don't need more than that. But yeah, that's perfect. It does, I've had no issues with my acne, and I've been using this for months now.
That's amazing.
Gosh, it's so moisturizing.
Good for all skin types. Good for everyone, pretty much. When should you start using an antioxidant, age-wise?
Same with anything. You know, if you're old enough to even think about, maybe I should be taking care of my skin, then go ahead and start using it. I would say usually somewhere in your teenage years. Other than that, I think you're mainly like sunblock is the thing that your parents should be putting on your skin if you're playing outside all day, things like that. When you get older, maybe start getting a pimple, puberty starting, things like that. That's when you have to start looking at skincare.
Got it.
And, you know, where we're saying is this is protecting you and fixing the damages that are occurring every single day. Those damages are occurring whether you're fixing them or not. So you might as well start with a good regimen as much as you can keep your teen using. You know, that's where it comes into play. You have to use what you can get them to put on their skin.
Exactly. Let's talk about a few differences between our previous product, our vitamin C product, High Octane Vitamin C, was a 2 ounce, and this one is now a 1 ounce.
This one.
So, and it's still in an airless bottle. So that's great.
That's good for protecting it, so no air gets in here. And people kind of like panic a little bit sometimes. I'm going to open this for a sec if I can. Now my hands are all extremely moisturized.
Yes.
But, you know, this opens up, and then you have your product in here. This is an airless container. There is no dip straw in here. This works by pushing, there's a base in here, and it pushes the product all the way up to the top, and when it gets every last drop out, when you were to take this off, they'll be empty. So that's like a great way to, A, protect your product, because no air ever reaches it, and B, to use every last drop. Like, these bottles are amazing. If you're using, like, pumps, sometimes it's hard, especially with a cream, to get it out of there. You're like, you know, get it, you know, I forgot I opened it. You have to do all, you know, hitting it and smacking it around to do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, vitamin C has come a long way. I remember back in the day, many formulations had to be refrigerated. We actually had
our first one did.
Yeah, it had to be refrigerated, and now, you know, the next one was a waterless formula, but this
and we had that for many years.
Really universal. Yeah.
And then this was created to obviously, you know, fix A, the stinging of the first one.
Yeah.
And B, because one of those ingredients ended up getting hard for me to get. I was going to actually have 2 antioxidants. I was going to keep the high octane vitamin C for those that really loved it. And then I was going to make a secondary one. And then unfortunately, fortunately, it worked out where I couldn't get the main ingredient for the high octane. So that one had to go anyway. So now we have just one superior version, of which I am thrilled to show that she's going to take care of you.
She is going to protect your skin, your cells. She's going to correct anything, look out for anything that's potentially going to go wrong or astray, and fix that for you. And you don't even know it. You're just going about your everyday.
No, it feels good. Feels like, you know, there's no stinging. Like, you know, beauty doesn't have to be painful.
I totally feel this is a much superior formula from everything you're saying. No irritation factor, no need to mix it with another product. You can apply it with acids. I mean, I think it's a win-win.
And it's still just as concentrated. It's literally the same percentage as our previous one was. It's over 20%, which is a lot.
And that is the maximum amount your skin can absorb anyway, correct?
Yeah.
Close to it, isn't it like 20 something?
No, I think it's like 10 or something.
Okay.
But, just sometimes you just can't trust those 100%. You don't know. Everybody's skin is different. We don't know exactly what the maximum absorption of vitamin C is in yours. And maybe it's different for the different types of vitamin C. This one might absorb a certain percentage. This one absorbs a certain percentage. So we've got you covered no matter what. No matter what, it's going to penetrate in your skin very well and do its job.
How exciting. Good, good, good. I know everybody is anxiously awaiting. I'm so happy that we're able to launch this great product.
Me too.
And I'm absolutely loving the name, the whole...
We have fun coming up with that name.
Oh, gosh.
It took a couple of days.
And she's so cute on the top of the...
I think it's darling, little footprints, because she's like walking around following you in your cells. And I love her little bow tie. It's just the cutest, her little fedora.
Perfect.
I love it.
Well, we have a fancy little secret agent protecting us, and
yes,
I can't wait to share it with everybody.
I can't.
They're going to love it.
Enjoy.
Enjoy it.